Hello, welcome in this tutorial in which I'm going to explain you how to measure volumes in 3D. Here we are in the 3D view of AeroCollect, and where you can find the volume tools down in the menu to the left. Here we have a pile of sand that we're going to show you how to measure it. How do we do this? We first position us above the pile. As a reminder, you can use the left button on your mouse to rotate in the image, left, right, up, down, and you can use the right one to translate towards the left, right, up, down. On the right hand side you can zoom in. You can also use the little wheel on your mouse to do that, and on top you have a slider to adjust the thickness of the points in the point cloud. There. To measure this volume, we're going to use this tool, and that's to measure the volume with respect to a height reference. So we click the tool, and you have to indicate then point per point the area that you want to measure. Click, 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 and at the end you double click to finish the polygon. The tool will then you can choose your height reference. That is the reference to which respect it will calculate the volume. I'll place it here on the right, and then the tool will automatically calculate the volume that's above and below the area with respect to the height reference that you indicated. So you can see with respect to that reference, there's 1739 cubic meter above and 82 cubic meters below that level. There, let's remove this one. Now we're going to show you the second tool, that is to measure the volume with respect to the highest point in your polygon, and that's very useful to measure pits, holes in the ground, and we're going to use here, for example, this container. Let's position ourselves well. There we are. Yeah, that's better. We click the tool and we select the points. Click, 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 and double click. So you can see there's 14 cubic meter that can be filled. Okay. I see I put this point next to the container, I'll put it back where it belongs, and you see the tool will automatically recalculate. So in this case, there's a bit more than 13 cubic meter that can be filled in this container. So it's very easy to measure the amount of soil you need to fill a hole, for example. We can use the same tool to measure the volume of a building. For example, I'm going to use this container here. There. I'm going to select, and then I'm going to select the lowest point measurement volume tool. So indicate your zone, click, 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 and double click. And now I can adjust the points to make sure I'm happy that only the area I want is selected. This is very useful, for example, if you want to measure the volume of a building that needs to be demolished. So see this, in this case, this building is 39.6 cubic meters. It's very easy to use this tool to measure buildings. So I select an area, and you get the volume measurement of everything that's above the lowest point in your in the area that you selected. To show you the last tool, I'm going to use a different example. Here on construction site, where there's still a pile of sand left after digging the hole for the cellar. So how much soil is here? I'm going to adjust the size of the points a bit, and I'm going to use the volume tool to measure on a slope. So we indicate the area that we want to measure. So I select all the points and I finish with double click, and we immediately get the volume that's above the average of the points that you indicated, and that's below. So in here we calculate, it's not with the reference point, but we use the average height of all the points that you selected. So it's easy if you want to measure a pile of sand which is on a slope. You can always adjust the points and the tool will automatically recalculate. So in this case, you see that there's 464 cubic meters that needs to be removed. Now you can also see that there's a small area that's slightly lower, so you can really choose and adjust until you're happy with the result. There's a tool to measure volumes on a slope. You can measure with respect to the lowest point in the polygon. You can use the highest point to measure volumes, which is easy for holes. And the last one is to measure with respect to a height reference that you choose yourself. There, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, that everything was clear. I invite you to look at our YouTube channel and at the other tutorials, and leave a like if you like this video. I wish you a pleasant day and thank you for listening. Bye.